Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Just Enough Heshy show. How are you? I'm having some technical difficulties this week with myself, nothing else. I guess they're pushing the mic to me. They're not front of me, back of me. I don't know. I want them to see my beautiful face. I'm running for office. Hello, everybody. And again, now I'm going to introduce myself again. Heshy Tischler from the Just Enough Heshy show. And usually I talk about politics, and I usually complain about everything about crime, which I'm still going to do this week. But I wanted to make it a fun show. And Ezra didn't come tonight on the show to give me any legal advice and try to shut me up and try to tell me don't talk. So I have a friend and a guest, Marc Garfinkel. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you for having me.
I just want you to know, everybody, who Marc Garfinkel is, and I'm going to tell you. He's a magician, he's a mind reader, and he's also funny. I mean, I think he is. That's what he told me. And, of course, he's exciting, he's fresh, and he does jobs all over the world. I hear that you go to Costa Rica and Alaska.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not cold in Alaska?
It is pretty cool.
Don't when you do your magic acts, it freezes up?
No.
That was a stupid joke. I got that. Anyway, nobody laughs at my jokes, by the way. First of all, I want to say a shout out to Mira Nava, my beautiful granddaughter, Layla Tamar, and of course today my son brought in my grandson Yeshua, and me and him had a great time. We had a good laugh. He's 4 months old, and he seems to be smarter than my son. No, I'm joking. My son is the producer. Anyways, Marc, we're going to be doing the show now, but I want to quickly, don't forget everybody, and Marc, I want you to hear this. I am running for city council. And I know you live in Woodmere with all the fancy people, but here where the 5 boroughs are, not the 5 towns, as you people call your neighborhood, we have problems and we struggle. So I'm telling you guys, next week I'm going to be a little nervous. The signatures start. I'm on the ballot. I raised the most money in the city of New York. Well, 2 of us raised the most money in the city of New York. I did it in 12 days. We are the most organized campaign. I'm running against Carmen Yeager. And if you would have watched my video, did you watch my introduction video today? I made fun of Carmen Yeager. He's the councilman that was putting his fingers in the food. So I asked if you could make him disappear. I want to win this campaign. Just make him disappear. Let him go away. And we win, and I'll fix this city. But next week, we're doing signatures. You can send me an email or look me up at heshytishler.com. Email me at justenoughheshy@gmail.com, JUSTENOUGHHESHY gmail.com. Call me on my number. Come in. Help us get the signatures. I'm going to get on this ballot, and I'm going to crush Carmen Yeager so he doesn't touch people's foods when he goes to their events. Anyways, that was not a joke. I know everybody's going to scream at me. Anyways, I want to tell you about Ezra Levy, and he's our attorney. I have to advertise for him. He helps me out at night with people that get arrested. He helps me when people, he helps people in trouble. He really does a lot of good for me because we do a lot of charity work and pro bono work, and Ezra helps me out a lot. So Ezra Levy, attorney at law specializing in all criminal matters, including weapons possession, drug offenses. You don't have any of these problems, do you? You don't have a gun? You got to talk. Are you going to make the gun disappear?
I'm going to make some jokes later.
Okay, good. Domestic violence, theft offenses, assaults, DWI, criminal and family court orders of protection. Ezra Levy, 917-755-1187. 917-755-1187. Stand by. He's got a long email. Ezra Levy Law Firm at gmail.com. That's EZRALEVYLAWFIRM at gmail.com. It's on your screen. He has it below me. So call him if you need him. He's wonderful. He helps people out. And actually, that's why he's not here tonight, because of a big issue that he had to go to Rikers to get somebody out, a young boy in big trouble, and he's doing good work, and he's helping us out, and I appreciate, Ezra, that you're doing some work for the community that I couldn't go. Anyways, before we start the show, I want to do one more ad, and this is for Marc Garfinkel, and you can cut it anytime. Again, Marc Garfinkel, he's a mind reader, and he's going to read my mind. I'm very upset I didn't leave Linda here. Linda has a lot of money. She has it hidden. And if you can read it and tell me where it is, I need to go on a vacation. My kids go on cruises while I go in the bathtub and sit with a fake ducky. That's my vacation. Anyways, Marc Garfinkel, he just goes all over. He told me he goes to Alaska, Costa Rica. He even goes to Brooklyn, New York. And his phone number is 516. Again, you'll see it on the screen. 312-1485. I know it's not color, but the ad on the screen is color when you watch it later on. 516-312-1485. Or you can email him at gsidesteel@msn.com. That's the letter GSIDESTEAL at msn.com. That's cute. Steal. That means you like stealing from people?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sleight of hand technique.
Ah, very cool. You see, I'm not that bright, okay? Watch my show Wednesday night because I don't even know what I'm talking about. Mark, welcome to the show. I always start with a quote and a joke because I want inspire the community. We do a lot of good for young kids, and we have soup kitchens. And again, you know, I'm as you heard, a money for office. So here's my quote, and it's a few of them. And this is for my competitor, Kalman Yeager. This quote is for you. It's all good. Look, my producer's saying, calm down. It's not bad. These are quotes from famous people and stuff that I write. Everything is changing. People are taking the comedians seriously and the politicians as a joke. Yes, Kalman Yeager, you're a joke. I'm a comedian. I'm more serious than you. Anyways, that was for me. Politicians are the same all over. They promise to build bridges even when there are no rivers. And here is my most important thing. There's real danger in not in action. The real danger is when politicians are making it look like action is happening when in fact nothing is being done. That's right, Kalman. You claim to have done stuff, but for 6 years, nothing has been done. You run around, put your fingers in the food and eat, but I don't know what you're doing. Anyways, what this country needs is more unemployed politicians instead of unemployed people. That is my quotes for the day. Again, HeshyTishler.com. It's on your screen. Join me. Come next week, Tuesday. I want 2,500 signatures, and I want no doubt of getting on the ballot and fighting with him. Here's my joke. I know you're not going to laugh at it, but I don't care. Me and Linda, my wife, Linda's my wife, by the way. I make fun of her every time, but this joke, she's making fun of me. Me and my wife, Linda, we went to my high school reunion. And as I looked around, I noticed all the other guys with their expensive suits and their bulging stomachs. So proud of the fact that I just weigh 5 pounds more than I did when I was in school, even though I was fat then too. I said to Linda, I'm the only guy here who can still wear the suit he wore when he graduated. Linda looked at me in my not fancy suit and said, you're the only one who has to. You know, like I'm not rich. Nobody laughs. I thought that was funny. I worked on that joke for a couple of hours. I don't know. Producer is not putting up his fingers, so I'm in trouble. Anyways, I want to tell you a little bit about Mark. Mark, you're a magician. Am I correct?
That's right.
And also you read minds. And you steal things from people, I guess. But Mark...
Still have your wallet?
Oh, I'm going to kill you. Really? Oh, wow.
Check.
It has no money in it anyways. Linda took it all, you know what I mean? But my question to you, Mark, I'm sure you do parties for even special needs kids and stuff like that. Do you get through, when you leave, do you feel joyous? I mean, that look what you made them. I don't know. I love when I watch, and I heard you on AGT. That's
Yep.
America Got Talent. How did you do, by the way?
They loved it.
Yeah?
Want to hear the story?
I want to hear the story. What happened to you on AGT?
So I've been doing a lot of shows.
AGT is where all people go who are very good, and if you're good, they talk good about you, and you can win $1 million. Did you get close?
I was very close.
Oh, no way. Really? I got to see that. Go ahead. What happened on
So
AGT?
anyway,
Why did you go?
I was doing a lot of shows, and the people loved it. And they all told me, why don't you go on America's Got Talent? So I said, fine. I finally decided. I went out for auditions. They really loved it. They flew me out to California.
No.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
They paid.
They paid for the flights.
And the hotel?
Out of control.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
So I did a show there. They loved it. I got 4 yeses from the judges.
Wow.
Even Simon Cowell liked it. And they said, come back for round 2. So
Yeah.
I could win my $1 million. But it happened to be my son's bris, Shabbos, and Pesach.
Wow.
So I didn't go
Wow.
back.
No.
So I gave it all up to be on your show. Now I made it big.
Well, instead of America Got Talent, we got just enough Heshy's Got Talent. You're going to win. I can't give you $1 million. I can give you $1 if you win the prize. You
$1?
win. That's it. Linda, I told you, Linda has all the
I
money
could change
on
it to
roll.
100. So
Oh, that's good. I love that. I want to ask you, do you perform on holidays and Pesachs in hotels and stuff like that?
I'm glad you asked.
Go ahead.
I do.
Where
I
are you this
perform.
Pesach, by the way?
This Pesach is going to be in Connecticut.
Oh.
And it's going to be Confetti Sharm, it's called. So it's going to be an amazing
What is your
The
show?
Palace
What
Hotel.
do you do in the show? You actually call people up and read their minds?
That's right. We embarrass everybody.
Oh,
No, not so
really?
much. Unless it's very funny.
You can embarrass me. I
So-
know, but everybody embarrasses me anyways. You know what I mean? So what should I write, everybody? Before the show started, you made me do something.
Right.
Right.
Totally forgot. So basically, what happened was, tell me if I'm telling the truth, okay? Just to save time, before the show, I gave you a dictionary. You took a look at it. You saw it was a regular dictionary. All the words were different. Is that correct?
That's right. He gave me a dictionary. He told me, don't let me see it.
And I said, open the book anywhere you wanted to.
I opened the book. I put it on my chest. I peeked at the word. I closed it. And I happened to have put it on the last page.
Don't show me. Don't
I'm
show
not
me.
showing you. Go ahead.
So I don't know if I'm going to guess this, but it's a little bit of a game to see if I could figure out the letters. If it doesn't work, we'll move on. But usually I warm up with something else, but we'll try it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so look at me right now.
You got it.
I'm going to read your mind.
Yeah, I'm not looking at you, camera. I'm looking at him.
Wow.
His eyes are pretty.
You have an interesting mind. Okay, so I believe, just think of the first letter. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Is the first letter an I?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
I promise you, he did not. I promise you, and you know I don't lie. He did not see the word.
I'm going to try another letter. I don't know. Think of the last letter. Focus on it right now. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah.
Y.
I swear to you guys, I never believe this is true. Every time I see it on TV. Go ahead.
Is the word you are thinking of intermediary, something like that? Close?
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
You got to tell me how you did that. You tricked me. You made
Yeah.
that book open to the right.
No, you open whatever page you wanted to.
I did. I swear. I
Do whatever you
tried
want.
A few times.
You could try it again on air if you want to try it.
You're very
You want to
good.
try it? Thank
No,
you very
I
much.
like that.
I'll show you. You spoke about money before. Could you guys see the money on the camera from right over here?
Can you see the money? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, now I'm going to show you. Spoke about dollar bills, so
That's it?
no, only $5 here. Take one for a second. Just show
Okay.
both sides. I'm going to show both sides as well.
Okay.
Now, this is what I do at my bank. So watch very closely. How much did you see?
I saw $5.
$5. Watch. If I do that, it actually changes into 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And you can see 500. Ah, no, make it up!
Are you crazy? You gotta help
You
me.
see- you
Linda. We'll be. Oh, please, I don't need you, Linda, right now. I'm gonna get money for
Sure,
my
show both
friend.
sides. No, don't. Okay. Actually, the funny thing is, the truth is, my wife, she's a magician as well.
Oh, no.
She makes the money disappear. I crack myself
I
up. Watch the
think
hundreds.
Linda and my wife
You
are
watching?
partners.
You see the money over here?
Yeah.
Change it right back into dollar bills.
That's a dummy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
crazy, boy. I don't know, guys. Long Island people, they have too much money. They burn it away. Give me a funny story. You have another funny story for us?
A funny story. A funny story. Let's see. Yes, I have a bunch of funny stories. But I'll tell you one right now.
Go ahead.
You see, I was hired to do a show in Monroe.
Monroe. Yeah.
Yeah, Monroe. So I put into my Waze Monroe, and I'm driving, an hour and a half, and I get there, and there's nobody there, just in the middle of a random street. So I spoke to the guy on the phone. He's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm right outside." No, I couldn't figure it out. I looked at the Waze, it said Monroe, Connecticut, and it's supposed to be Monroe, New York.
Oh my God.
So that was one of my funny stories. But I couldn't make it to the show that night, but he hired me for Shavuot Brachas the next week, so
Okay.
I made it up to him.
Oh, you do Shavuot Brachas?
Yeah, most of my shows are Hasidic Shavuot Brachas.
No way.
Yeah.
And they get the
They love it. We do mind reading. I tell people their best friends' names, words, letters, numbers. Very entertaining show.
Why? I mean, where are you from, by the way?
I live in Woodmere, Long
No,
Island.
no, no, no. But where were you born?
I was born in Canarsie, Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, you're one of my boys.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, a Kanasi boy, Yeshiva boy. What made you magic?
Oh, how did I get into magic? So
How old? Were
back in the day, I started at 14 years old. So my family used to travel to Florida every year, winter vacation, and where we
you? Not mine. We were broke. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right.
where we stayed was there was a magic shop over there. So every night after going to the amusement parks, I used to go to the magic shop, and they showed me all these different cool tricks. And they put out a video. It was like, if you want to buy this $40, you can learn how to do the trick. And I started buying lots of tricks, and I got really into it. And I bought a lot of videos, a lot of tapes. I practiced like crazy, and I've done a lot of shows since then. This was back in 1999. Started.
Wow. That's when you were 14?
Yeah.
I'm much older than you, that's for sure. But how long is your show usually for?
The show itself is about 45 minutes, and it's fast-paced, entertaining, energetic, and fun and comedy.
When you were on AGT, you only had 3 minutes.
Even less.
Even less. I mean, it must have made it
90 seconds.
That was 90 seconds.
Yeah.
What did you do for them? What was the act you did?
So, you want to see it?
Yeah.
I'll show you part of it. I would like you to think of a person I couldn't possibly guess. Okay? Think of a person and someone who's close with you. Maybe a friend or a relative.
Dead or alive or what?
Just preferably alive. So can I take your pen for a second?
Because I know a lot of dead people. Or
So-
I want a lot of dead people dead.
All right. I'm going to write down my name on this piece of paper here. My name is
Do I
Mark.
have to think of the name yet? I didn't think of the name.
You don't have to think about it yet. My name is Mark. Think of the name, someone who you're close with, talk to often, they're alive, nobody who I could possibly guess. Do you have somebody's first name in your mind? Got it?
Yes.
You got it? Now, I'm not going to look. I just want you to write down the person's first name so you could show everybody at home, but write it big so they can see it. Write it in English, and don't write down their title. So don't write down, like, mom or whatever. Write their first name. Write it big. I'll turn around when you are done.
On top of the box or
Just in the box. Write it big and let me know when you are done. I will turn sideways so I cannot see. I'm going to talk so I cannot hear what you are writing. I'll take a drink of water. All right, and let me know when you are done. When you are done, take that one piece of paper, show it to the camera, fold it in half, and I will turn back around. Did you fold the card in half? Place it in my fingertips. I will not look. I'll put the rest of the, where is it? Put my finger. Okay. I'll put the rest of the notepad in my pocket. So just in case you think I can see anything in the next sheet down, no electronics or anything, put it inside of my pocket. I'm going to fold it up again so nobody could possibly see what it is. Is my name on here? I'm going to destroy this so it exists only in your mind. Now, don't tell me what this person's name is. Was it the first person that popped into your mind, or do you think of more than one person?
I thought of more than.
I'm probably going to get the wrong person.
Okay.
Okay? Tear this up like this in your hand. Tear it up in your hand. And think of this person.
Tear
right
it
now.
up or hold
Yeah,
it?
tear it up, whatever.
Can't tear it up anymore.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't tear it up. Okay, use your pen for a
Yes,
second.
yes, go
Think of
ahead.
this person right now, and don't say anything. Think of this person as a man or a woman. Don't say anything. Look at me.
Okay.
Is it a man?
Yeah.
Very good. I'm going to write down what I'm getting here. Think about more information about this person. Think if this person is older than you or younger than you. Do you know if they're older or younger than you?
He is younger than me.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Oh, don't.
No, just think it. Just think it.
Okay.
And this person is, this is definitely this. I'm going to go with this. Now, take a look at what I wrote. Probably can't read my handwriting. Is the person a man, yes or no?
Yes.
Younger than you?
Yes.
Is the person a friend of yours?
Really, I don't
relative?
like him, but he's a friend.
Now be honest. Okay, I have it in my pocket. I'm going to show you something. What is the name of the person that you are thinking of?
His name is Penny.
Penny. This is my wallet.
Yeah.
See the wallet, everybody at home? In my wallet, there's a zipper compartment. Sealed inside the zipper compartment happens to be one of my business cards. On the other side of this card, before I start, I wrote down a bunch of random letters from the alphabet, which I will show everybody at home. A bunch of different letters from the alphabet. I'm going to light the card on fire. The letters are going to disappear and spell out the name of the person you are thinking of. Can you see the letters?
Yes.
Watch close. Everybody can see the letters, everybody? Now, I'm going to describe what's happening. People are not watching this on video.
He wants it.
A little closer, you can see the letters. Now, watch the letters. Come take a look at this.
Okay.
I'm going to light it on fire and watch the letters disappear and spell out the name of the person you are thinking of. I believe it's spelling out the name Penny.
Oh my God, Penny, my partner. That's
Penny.
right. I told you I don't like him.
Thank you very much.
Wow, this is very good. Penny, he lit you on fire. I wish you really were on fire. I never saw this card before. I promise you. You are very
Thank you.
good. I like this.
Yep, I'm the best I've ever seen.
I have to hire you for one of my special events. Maybe when I win the campaign, you'll make everybody laugh because they won't believe I got elected. I have a question for you, and I want to go a little more serious with you. You're one of us. You're New Yorkers. How did you get here today?
How'd I get where?
From your house here.
I work in Borough Park.
Oh, do you take the train ever?
Never.
Never. I hate you. Okay.
Just me. I don't go on the train.
But my question to you is I mean, you're not a New Yorker anymore, so I'll go on the national level. Do you like your president?
Do I like my
You're a
president?
comedian, and you're.
I can't talk about it.
Why? You don't? Did you like Trump?
Come on.
I don't know. I like.
You could be political. I'm the entertainer.
It's not political. You're one of my. I want to make sure that that you're so funny that you actually picked the right candidate. Give me another funny story.
Another funny story.
By the way, I got lost too, and I did the same thing with my ways, and I ended up I had to go to East 103rd Street. Instead, I went to 103rd Street, and I was late for my inspection and appointment. But I guess it's not as funny as yours. Anyways.
I'll tell you. I actually did a show one time in an early show for camps. I also do summer camp performances.
Oh yeah.
So this show was very early in the morning in Lakewood.
Lakewood.
Yeah, and I live in Long Island, so it's like a 2.5 hour drive.
That's like another country for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually know somebody in Lakewood, so I went there the night before, so I could not have to wake up so early to get to the show. The show was like early in the morning. So I got to Lakewood, and there's another story with the Waze. I put into the Waze, but the address made a mistake. It wasn't in Lakewood, but it was in Muncie.
Oh, gosh.
So I had to wake up extra early, and I drove to Muncie, but I made it on time, Baruch Hashem. But I've been doing shows, by the way. I don't make these mistakes often, for like 23 years.
Oh, wow.
So thousands of shows. So this is a few times I had these little crazy...
Did you have anybody ever heckle you on a show or make fun of you or because always...
You were never at my show?
I don't want to say maybe I was, but it wasn't me who heckled you.
That wasn't it. Yeah, there's always one person. There's always one skeptic who gives you a pain in the neck. But those are the best actually, because the beginning of the show it's annoying, but like after like 15 minutes in, they become your best supporters.
Wow. Can you do another trick on me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I hope you can.
I always see the card tricks on.
Yeah, I'll show you a cool card trick.
It's not possible at what you guys do.
I'll show you. It's actually a full deck of cards. I usually don't play with a full deck, but I'm going to show you a full deck of cards.
Don't worry about it. I don't play with a full
You guys can see a deck of cards here.
Yeah.
Deck of cards all mixed up. In fact, I'm going to mix up a little bit, and you just take out any one you want. Try to take out a card that you could write on, so everybody could see. Like a 10 of hearts, a queen of clubs, not so good. So just reach inside, take out a card, any one you want. Make sure it's a good card. Turn it up. Let me see what it is. Is it a good one?
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right, turn it face up. Take this marker.
Face up to me.
Yeah, I can see it. And show the audience. Write your name really big in the center of the card. Really big. Yeah, write it nice and big.
On the top, I have to write.
All over. Okay. And the bottom, put down your credit card number and then sign.
No, my son took my credit card.
All right, you got that? So your name is on you took a random card. You saw they were all different. They were shuffled. You're writing your name all over it. You could do whatever you want. Let me see this card for a second. Okay, we have here the Queen of Hearts. Heshy.
That's it. It is Heshy,
all right.
Heshy, yeah.
Heshy, we have the card over here.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of weird, but can you smile for 1 second? Okay, here's the Heshy card. I'm going to take it to make it easier for you. I'm going to bend the card like this, and please bite down. That's kind of weird, so you can't really talk. Bite down on the end of the card. Go ahead.
Really?
Yeah, really. At the tip. Yeah, and show the camera. That's good. That is good. Could you talk with the card in your mouth? Keep it there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll take the marker. Okay. Now I'm going to take a random card over here. We got here a random card, the 8 of Hearts. I'm going to write down my name on the 8 of Hearts. I'm going to sign Marc, M-A-R-C, Garfinkel. Perfect. Make sure it's dry. Now I'm going to show everybody the 8 of Hearts. The 8 of Hearts. I'm going to take this card.
He's not letting me talk.
No, that's why I did it. Here we go. I'm going to take the card like this. Oh, watch closely here. Do you remember what card you picked?
Yeah.
Watch this. One card in my mouth right now happens to be the Heshy card.
No.
Take a look at that card. Show everybody.
No way. I promise you guys, he did not touch my mouth. Nobody can touch my mouth. That is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I really,
I learned this in yeshiva. No, shouldn't.
I learned other things in yeshiva that shouldn't be talked about.
No, this was college. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, college, I was, my major was to be a bachelor. My bachelor's is rabbinical studies, and as you can see, that was a joke. You got another trick for me?
Of course,
Go ahead,
of course.
Keep going, baby. I want this show to be funny and enjoyable today.
Yeah, here. I actually was.
Yeah, I saw the spoons.
Yeah, I brought some spoons with me.
I thought
keep this in mind.
Soup.
Yeah. When I used to do this in college.
Yeah.
And people were like, do with my spoons. I said, bring whatever you want. I just bring spoons. No one has spoons on them anymore. You know, I carry them with me. So just first of all, hold it from the bottom. And people think they're plastic. You bang on the table. Is that you could on the microphone? Banging on the microphone. They're not really good.
Banging on the microphone costing me $200.
Yeah. No, listen. Okay. Now we have our 2 spoons. You could hear.
Yeah.
They are metal. Whatever spoon you want to use, I'm not going to influence your decision. It's up to you, okay? Anyone you want.
I'm influenced. Go ahead.
Take the spoon
Yeah.
and just show everybody at home it's a good salad spoon. Put it flat in your hands and put your hands down by your side. Now watch the spoon very closely. I'm going to do this in front of the camera. Watch my spoon. Not you don't have to do it.
Not me.
Watch my spoon. Watch as it starts to bend. Slowly, slowly, slowly.
Oh, wow.
Slowly. The telekinesis, you could actually see. The spoon has bent. Thank you.
What about
Thank
my
you.
spoon? Why
Let
am
me
I
see. Did
helping
it work? It doesn't work with yours. Okay, that's why I get paid the big bucks. Watch the spoon here. Watch.
That was good. Oh, wow.
The spoon has bent. There you go. Show that to
That
everybody.
was very good.
It is bent. It's an illusion.
I've seen that trick before. That is very, very good.
Thank you.
I'm impressed with you, really.
It's very hard to eat soup.
I got to hire you for my show. I mean, I don't have a show, really. I mean, besides Just Enough Heshy show. That was great.
Thank you.
You have kids?
Yep.
Do you do you do magic for them?
They love it. They love it. I'm training my son actually to be a magician. His name is Yehuda. I'm calling him Yehudini.
He is funny. I tell you what, right now he's funny. I know that you guys are not laughing, but let me see. You guys can ask any question you want. Let's see if anybody ask a question for you.
I'm not telling them how I do it though.
I
can't tell them.
Look at this. Somebody just said Linda burnt me. Anyways, how old's your kid?
Which one?
The one you who?
Oh, the son?
Yeah.
He is 6 years old.
Wait a minute. You're teaching him at 6 to do tricks?
Yeah, he has a bunch of years. I mean, I started at 14. He started at 6.
Is he any good?
It's very, very, very good.
No
Yeah.
way. A 6-year-old kid?
He picks it up like this.
And the next one is how old?
We got a 10-year-old girl.
Oh, okay.
She's the oldest. 6-year-old boy, 4-year-old girl, and a 1-year-old boy.
Oh, gosh.
Very busy.
I hope that's not magic. Your girl also does magic or no?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, but she's not interested.
She's more into the dolls.
I got that. Well, soon she's going to be into dressing up and spending a lot of your money. I have no mercy for you. So you do a lot of magic. Are you ever thinking of going back to American Got Talent?
Yeah, actually, I don't want to sound...
Well, what happens if they, like you told me,
Yeah.
it was on Pesach and Shabbos. You couldn't tell them that you don't do Pesach and Shabbos?
I did tell them, but they couldn't work it out.
I understand, but they don't have all those acts in one day, or the way I thought they do the auditions over a few periods of days.
I don't know.
Your day was that day, and they wouldn't
Yeah.
do another day.
Right.
Not because of prejudice or Jewish stuff, right?
I don't think so.
Did you?
It was actually very interesting because when I was on the show, a lot of people were, I think they call it bageling me. A lot of people were like telling me, like,
What do you mean
showing
bageling?
that they're Jewish. They were like showing me like, oh, like I have a mug and David or whatever it was. Oh, I used to live on Kings Highway in Brooklyn. They're all like coming over to
You
me.
wore your yarmulke on the
Yeah,
show?
I was on as the rabbi magician.
No way.
Yeah.
Very good. I tell you something right now, guys. He's made my day. I had a very rough day today. Besides, I had a fight with Linda. You know, we're supposed to go to Florida, me and Linda. And then today she decided after I booked the trip, I booked the hotels, I paid for the food. I'm not going. I said, Linda, you're going one way or another. With me or?
She's not going.
She's going with me, I promise.
Hold on, I think Linda's here right now. No, she's not.
That would be a good trick. Trust me. She was sick of me. She was with me a whole day today. She made me miserable. Your magic show, right? These are the very nice tricks you've done. You got something bigger. What else? What do you got? What big trick?
Yeah, so I don't do like an illusion show. Most of my tricks are like simple tricks, but I do bigger tricks, which means like I change the optics from like looking down to looking up, and like even a mentalism show, like you don't necessarily need like big props. It's more like the props are the people, so I make them like the stars of the show. Their reactions like build the whole show.
You ever put on a blindfold when people are in the audience, you don't even go near them, and you're able to figure out what they're holding?
Yeah, I did that one time. I put on a blindfold, but everybody left, so I stopped doing that act.
I'm actually very happy. May I ask, how much do you charge for when you go to a show, or the different prices?
It really depends on where it's going to be, but usually on average for a smaller show, like 30 people or whatever, is like $2,500 for the show.
And you give them 45 minutes an hour, or you go long?
45 minutes and sometimes some close-up tricks. The bonus is like doing these like close-up tricks. Usually it's like a stand-up show.
But you can't do any when you're doing like a special, and I don't want to say anything in a bad way, but when you're working like a Hask, I'm sure, or special needs, you can't do the guessing of names or mind tricks, can you?
Right. So if they're like kids or like special needs, I have a different type of show. It's a music show, which is magic routines that are very visual and choreographed to music.
And they love that. You are just wonderful. I mean, that is...
It's an amazing show with like visual illusions. Like I turn like a piece of paper, I light on fire, a huge flash of light, turn into a red light, and the red light turns into a ball, and the ball turns into 8 balls on my fingers, and then I do this, and I turn the ball into confetti, flies into the air. Everything like goes right into the next routine.
Are you able to pickpocket and take stuff out of people's things, or no? You don't do that?
Yeah, I used to. I don't do it anymore.
Why?
Well, after spending time in jail for 2... No, basically, actually...
Trust me, you don't have to tell me. I've been to jail so many times. I understand.
I could get out, so...
That's right.
Houdini was my Rebbe. Anyway, so basically, I'll tell you a funny story. Someone asked me this today, believe it or not. Yeah, so a guy comes over to me. He's like, "Oh, I saw this magician. He took my watch. Could you do that?" So I said, "Yeah, I could do that. Let's do something else." So meanwhile, I stole his watch. I put it on my wrist without him knowing about it. I did it pretty fast. And I said, "Touch my finger." So he touched my finger. Like, "You ever see time fly?" And I'm saying, "Look at your watch." He looked at his wrist. It wasn't there. It was on my wrist. Yeah, he flipped out. He loved that trick.
Does anybody get angry when they have things missing from them, or they don't?
Usually not.
Now, are you a mentalist too? Is that your title, or is that not it?
Yeah, so I started off as a magician, which is like card tricks and coin tricks and visual illusions. And then my neighbor was hiring a mentalist, and he said, "Come see the mentalist." This was like 15 years ago. So he was hiring him in Atlantic City, perform for his company event.
Oh, you work in Atlantic City?
No, I didn't do it. He did it in Atlantic City for his company event. I saw the mentalist, and I'm like, I could do this stuff. So I started doing more mentalism shows, and it's basically like the next level beyond magic, more like psychology, suggestion, sleight of hand also, but it's like combined together with all those things. Psychology, like verbal communication, also nonverbal communication. You could see based on people react to your questions.
Do you hypnotize? Can you hypnotize?
Yeah, you're hypnotized right now.
No way.
Yeah.
If you can hypnotize
right now.
If you can hypnotize Kalman Yeager, I'd be happy. That's my competitor to like stop doing bad things. I'm sorry. But a minute, you really hypnotize people? You can give them suggestions to like dance upside down or whatever.
Usually, I turn people into chickens. They really like that.
No way.
No, I don't do hypnosis. Usually, it's like a small section of the show where I could cause somebody to forget how to read.
Oh, wow.
And they jumble their words for Kalman Yeager.
I like this guy. I'm paying him. Where's my campaign manager? Write him a check right now. That's a deductible expense. I want another funny story.
A funny story.
Don't tell me you got lost again. I heard that. I got that one.
Got lost again?
No.
Okay, I got another one. So this guy hired me for his son's bar mitzvah. Yeah. And I drove out somewhere in Long Island. I don't remember where it was. So I get to the show. My Waze tells me, my GPS says, right over here, here's the show. So I see this huge shul. So I get out of my car. I go into this place, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm the magician." I asked somebody who looked like they were in charge. I went to the looked like the wife. She's like, "Oh, that's so nice. Actually, we're divorced. So maybe, it's so nice. The other side probably hired you." So I said, "Great." So I started doing magic for everybody there. I was doing a show for an hour and a half. I get a phone call. He's like, "Where are you, Mark? We're waiting for you." I'm like, "I'm here the whole time." So he's like, "Where are you?" So right around the corner, my GPS took me to a show that was like very close. What are the odds? The same exact, like right around the corner was the other show. I was performing at the wrong bar mitzvah for an hour and a half. So I lost $400 in that job.
That is a good story. That is a very good story. I like that. Wow, Mark, you're very interesting. You're very entertaining. And I tell you one thing, I would love to have you over to my house with your kids and my grandchildren. I'm telling you, you made me laugh. And usually people can't make me laugh. Can I get one more trick out of you?
Oh, yeah. Okay. We got a good trick for you today. So basically, I'll do a trick with...
back to the wallet.
Yeah, well, I keep thinking... we'll do this. We'll do this here. Okay. We have a deck of cards here.
You do 2 tricks because I want to see what was coming out of that wallet.
Yeah, I have a trick with the wallet. It's not a full deck. It really isn't a full deck.
How
am I supposed to do tricks with this deck?
Don't worry about it.
It's not a good. It's not a good deck. I'll do another trick. You know what? Here, take a card. Take a card. Take a card.
card.
Any card.
Any card. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'll
Okay.
do it again.
I
Then.
took 2
Take
cards.
one. Take one of those.
Okay.
Okay. Write your name, and now I want you to fold the card up. Write it really big. Okay, fold the card now, and I would like you to just put it in your nose. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that again.
Okay.
I'll take this. Show the camera.
Fold it.
Yeah. No, don't fold it.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me show the camera. And this is more like sleight of hand. Could you guys see at home?
Can he see?
You can see the card.
Yeah.
Now this is pure sleight of hand. This is one of the best magic. You don't need a trick deck of cards. When I learned the magic, actually, when I first started out, there was a magician in the magic shop in Florida. He told me, you can't just only buy magic trick deck of cards. What happens if you go to a party? Someone says, do a trick. So I bought a video, learned how to do sleight of hand. Been practicing thousands of hours. Wow. Probably more than, I don't know, 20,000 hours. You see this card over here?
Yeah.
Now you wrote your name Heshy on it right there.
Right.
Now watch very closely. Tell me if you caught me what I just did. Was that too fast? Did you see what I just did?
Yeah.
I just put that into the middle, right?
Right.
If I snap the fingers, it jumps to the top like an elevator. You see? I'll do it again just in case you missed it. I'm going to leave the card sticking out so you could actually see it. Ooh, there, it's jumping around. Take the card, push it in all the way into the deck. You're going to snap your fingers, it's going to jump to the top. I push it all the way in. Yeah, snap your fingers, and it jumps to the top of my head. You see?
I swear.
You see the sleight of hand on that?
Very good.
It's misdirection. I'll show you that. I want you guys to see this.
See that?
If
It's
I
a
bend
video.
it,
I
look,
hope
I'll bend the
slow it
Heshy card. So now with the bent card, you'll see the bend. You see the bend?
Yeah.
Watch this. There it is.
I'm very.
Can I get an ooh-ah? Ooh-ah, ooh-ah.
You got the ooh-ahs, baby.
I want to show you something. This wallet over here, it was interesting. I kept taking it out before. That's fine. Okay. In my wallet, there's actually a zipper compartment. And next to that card we had before, there's also a playing card here. Can you please take that card out and show everybody what that card is?
That was good. That is very, very good.
Thank you very much.
I like that. That is very, very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what, guys? If you need to hire Mark or you want to hire him, and this show is not for advertising, please, guys, and producer, put his ad on the screen. His name is Marc Garfinkel. 516-312-1485. 516-312-1485. It's on the screen, or you can email him at SIDESTEAL @msn.com. Let me just check my pockets.
You got it.
I hid $100 in my pocket. I hope it's not missing.
One more trick before the next
Keep
question.
going, baby, yeah.
You can see the deck of cards. I have another deck. This is a full deck of cards.
Oh, we did find another.
Yeah, I have another one.
You were cheating. Go ahead.
No, but this deck is a full deck of cards. This deck, people write their names on it, so I lose all the cards. But now we have a full deck. So I want you to just touch the back of any card. I'm not even going to look, and let me know if you're happy with this card. You happy with that card? Take it out. You got one? Take it out.
I'm not happy.
Take another one. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want. Now show the camera. I won't look. Show the camera. Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Could I hide the card between your hands?
In between my hands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or put it in the deck, whatever you want. Think of the card. Think if it's red or black. Red or black. Is it a red card?
Yeah.
Is it a heart?
Yeah.
9 of hearts? Thank you. Mind reading deck of cards. One more card trick for everybody at home. Ooh, ah, ooh. Now this trick, by the way.
That was good.
Thank you.
No way he could have seen
This
that.
trick is so amazing. I put this over here in my credit card for a second. That I performed this next trick before 4 U.S. presidents over Mount Rushmore. They were all stoned. All right. Say stop wherever you...
My audience, I don't think, got that. You know, all stone, Mount Rushmore made out of stone, whatever.
All right.
Okay, see, he's not always funny either. Some of his jokes are not that great. Go ahead.
I want you to just
By
say
the way,
stop
you
when I...
You didn't like my joke in the beginning of the show?
That was a good joke.
You liar.
That was such a good joke.
I hate you.
You're the comedian, I'm the magician. Say stop wherever you want.
Stop.
Okay, could you take a look at the card and show the audience? You got to look at it?
I got to look at it.
And just we'll take it back. Okay. Remember it, everybody at home?
Yeah.
Put it back. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this credit card right here.
Right.
Hold out your hand. Could take any card. Put your hand on top of the credit card, please. Sandwich it.
Okay.
I have a card over here on top. This is not your card. This is the Jack of Hearts, right? Yeah. If I do this, it changes into your card.
Yes.
Was that it? The 5 of spades? Right. And not only that, but I'm going to make your card disappear from the deck and appear in your hands. Remember you had a credit card before?
I had a credit card.
And your card was the 5 of spades? Watch this. Take a look. I just snapped my fingers. Take a look in your hands.
Right?
It's still a credit card?
Yeah.
You know what? Let me just change the numbers. You picked the 5 of spades. Could you read out loud? What does the number say now? Read it out loud.
It says, your card is the 5 of spades. What? I didn't even pay attention. There was a real credit card. Your card is the 5 of spades. Very, very good. Okay. I'll put that
Marc
in my
Garfinkel.
pocket.
I'll take that back. All right.
That was good. I tell you, you're entertaining. I tell you, you could have won that $1 million.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
That would have been something.
Now, when you go to the, I think there's like 3 or 4 rounds in America's Got Talent.
Yep.
You were ready. I mean, each round is what? I guess they give you more time for next rounds, or it always stays.
It really depends. Like they actually gave me a little bit more time for a mentalism routine because it requires a little bit more build up. Like a magician routine, you don't really need so much participation on part of the audience. But the beginning, they edit it down anyways. So even though they say 90 seconds, a little bit more, the whole thing, like it looks like it's 3 minutes on the video, but really it's like 10 minutes with all their questions, and they just
really?
Yeah. They edit out like
that I know, but I know it's a little longer. But the time they let you act or do whatever your act is.
Yeah, it's probably like 3 minutes in reality.
Now, what did you plan out that if you would go to the next level and the next level and the final level, or you'd have to come up with new ideas?
I had enough routines for like 3 rounds, but beyond that, I didn't plan it out. You can't plan it out anyways because they sometimes like ask you to like make up something based on what they want.
No.
Yeah, so
they
like
tell you what to do.
Something like if they had on the show before, like a magician doing a trick with like I don't know, spoons, they would say, "Don't do that. Do something with something else." So.
I was watching AGT, and there was a guy. He was on the show, and he put on a mask, and he gave them a choice to pick who their favorite show was in the past. Nobody knew, and all of a sudden, these guys picked their favorite guy. And somehow, out of the back, the guy appeared.
That's cool.
That's cool. I mean, that's the big stuff. I mean, can you go so big if they want you to?
Yeah, just have to call that guy up.
Or maybe it was a setup because, like you said.
Yeah, so there is a little bit, basically, like in my show, like I like to try to be like as straightforward as possible. So in the performance, so like at the beginning of the show, you really thought of any word in the dictionary.
I did.
And I didn't touch anything. So everything that I said was perfectly true.
There was no way you could. I mean, maybe the card tricks you're playing me, but that dictionary, you handed to me. I did it. I closed it. I handed it to you. There was no possible way you could have known that word.
Right.
And when I wrote the word down, I said, he's dead. And I was even thinking of cheating just in case.
You change your mind?
Yeah, but then I would be called Carmen Yeager. Don't worry about it. That's my competitor for all of you people who don't know by now after the 100 times I've told you this. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead,
Yeah, so in terms of basically a lot of the routines that people do, there's a different effect for the audience than for the person on stage. So based on your words that you say, the person on stage receives a different trick than the person in the audience. It's called a dual reality. It's kind of hard to explain without giving it away, but that's how it works.
What was the biggest trick you've ever done? Something out of this world?
The biggest trick? So I used to do shows with birds, make birds appear and disappear. And at the end of my act, I would put all the birds into a big bird cage. I would put them in, cover them with a big red cloth, pick them up, the whole cage and the birds underneath the cloth. And I would go, boom! And the whole bird cage would disappear.
Wow.
With the birds. That was one of my favorite tricks.
Did you ever make a person disappear?
No.
Can you disappear, or do you disappear on stage? I see a lot of those.
I don't do the big illusions like that, but my rabbi one time asked me if I could make one of the congregants disappear.
I keep asking for Carmen Yeager. I mean, I hope you come through. I mean, I'm willing to pay more than $2,500 to get that, but
right.
With nothing illegal. Just tie him up in the basement naked for a week. I don't know why he's knocking out my hello. Why are you knocking out my microphone? Don't worry about it. I love you, Carmen. Even though I want to stop it. You're fired. Get out of here. You go home. I don't want you. I'm taking away your chicken soup. I was going to give you a spoon, but now you get no spoon. You're religious Jewish boy, I can assume. Orthodox Jew?
Yeah.
Are you allowed, it's a foolish question, are you allowed to do magic on the Sabbath?
There is a heter to do it, like a caterer, right? So like a caterer could like prepare beforehand.
I know you could tell jokes because it's talking, but are you allowed to, bend the spoon?
Yeah, so it depends what you're allowed to and when you're not allowed to. So like bending spoons I'm not allowed to do, but like I could do card tricks without signing names. There's a lot of different tricks that I could do, but I usually try not to. I like to have like a nice Shabbos, relaxing without performing. People call me for like shows on Shabbos, bar mitzvah, shot this, but I usually say no.
Really, I love going to Shabbos events and speaking, and I'm not like you. I don't do tricks. I just talk, holler, and scream, and sometimes I'm funny. At least I think I'm funny when I make fun of Linda. What decided you to go live in the five? Why did you leave us? I mean, just for a better life, or you hate New York City?
Well, my parents moved to the Five Towns
Okay.
when I was 9 years old.
Where are your parents from?
They're from Brooklyn. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but
Before that, I don't know.
did they come-
Canarsie.
Are they immigrants to the country, or they
No,
were
no.
born here?
My Bubby and Zadie are, but my parents
Where's
from
your
America.
grandparents from?
My Zadie from my father. My father's father is from Poland, Warsaw.
Did you see them growing up?
Yeah.
And did they know you do magic? Did they watch your magic?
Yep. They enjoyed it.
Really?
My Zadie liked the trick where I float a dollar bill in the air. Give me a dollar bill, shoo, starts floating in the air.
No. Wow.
Yeah,
I like those kind of tricks.
those are cool.
Did
The best tricks are the organic tricks that are like hit like emotional. Like sometimes a card trick is like it's a card trick, but like the best tricks are like telekinesis, telling people their best friends' names, their birthdays, things that are emotive.
I love that. Was when you did that trick with Penny and the thing, was there a dual thing here that you're tricking me and the audience are different? Or?
No, that was the same.
Oh, that was the same?
That was on a dual reality.
I wanted to do a reality. I want to go out of this world. You know what I mean? When you were growing up, your parents must have said, "You're stupid. You want to be a comedian, a magician."
No, actually, no. I wanted to be a doctor. My parents wanted to be a magician.
Okay. That was the worst joke.
You don't like that joke? Come on, I got another one.
There was no, no, really. They didn't think it was.
You're bringing out the jokes in me.
No, but I know that if my son came to me that I want to be a lawyer and a doctor, as it is, they switch to be architect and idiot.
Yeah.
But my question to you is I wouldn't want him to be. I mean, I'm not making fun of your profession. I would be the comedian and magician. Would you really? They didn't think there would be an issue with you being a.
Well, I'm glad you asked. I have a good answer for that. My parents actually wanted me to go to college, and
I bet you your mother supported you. Your father said no.
The opposite.
No.
Yep.
Your father said, go be a magician and don't make money?
No. They both wanted me to get a job to fall back on, in quotes, to fall back on. So I finished college, and actually I went to graduate school. I finished college, went to graduate school, and a doctor in physical therapy during the day.
No way.
Yeah, so they call me Dr. Garfinkel. Dr. Magician. Dr. Rabbi Magician.
I love this guy. I really love you. I mean.
That's what I do in Borough Park during the day.
No.
That's why I'm here. I work here with the kids, and we have a great time. We do magic. We do dancing. We do a little bit of physical therapy. And
you are great. I have a special needs officer who help the kids. You are very special. Can you invite me to one of your special events that I just want to see those kids? How you make them joyous and happy in their lives. People don't understand that the parents that have these special children need a break and need those kids to get a break. Do they sit there quietly or they?
Thank you. Do what? The kids sit there quietly?
The special needs ones.
Yeah. So I have. There's different techniques. I do more visual magic. Comedy. I get everybody involved. I see somebody's like not paying attention. I like go next to them and I get them involved. Someone's like this, whatever. But I feel that I just gave a class today actually, right around here, about like meaning. So like if a person is like stressed out, if you put meaning into something, that will decrease your stress. So
what do you mean by meaning?
So for example, like you mentioned that like performing for like special needs. So that's like makes you feel good, makes you feel like meaningful. But I feel that like if you apply meaning to everything that you do, even if you're getting paid, that will make you feel happier in what you're doing. So for example, if I'm doing a show for like a Sheva Brachos, I don't just think, oh, I'm going to do a show, make some money. It's like I'm being a misameach l'chasan and kala. I'm also doing a mitzvah when I'm doing the show.
He's making people happy. He's making the chasan and kala happy, the bride and groom. That's what I do. When I go to events, like last night I went to a Sheva Brachos, and the guy said, "Hey, this is not a political thing." I said, "I don't come here for political. When I go to a Sheva Brachos, I stick in Linda and my show, whatever, as a joke. but I go there to make them happy, or I go there to inspire them, or I go to scream at them to do good in life and have their lives. And that is exactly what we're supposed to do as leader. I'm sorry, not as leaders, as parents, and soon you'll be.
You're a leader if you're a parent.
It's not even a leader. We're guides. We want to make people's lives a little easier, so we guide them, because everybody's got problems and trials and tribulations. Everybody's got issues in their family, and I believe that if we guide them to a happier place that day, that week, that month, that is, and I don't plan on becoming a regular politician. Everybody's going to change. I don't plan on leading the community and saying, I'm your boss, like a lot of politicians when they go into office. This is the right way. This is the only way. And if you don't like it, too bad. That is incorrect. You have to find out what the people want, figure out a way how to get them to the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's the most important thing for me in my book. And, you know, we have a $102 billion budget in New York City. Not New York State, not the country, New York City, 102. Last year was $99 billion. Now it's $102 billion. If you want to break it down to the 8 million residents in this city, I just want you to talk to you. It's the number that each of us have to come up with is crazy. Nobody has that kind of money. Sure, some people pay more, some people pay less. But again, that's why they have the camera tickets. That's why they have the parking tickets. That's why you're paying not only income tax, you're paying property tax. And then you're paying sales tax. So yeah, they find a way to get the money out of you and the stores and the people. And it's a shame how they just spend it on stupid programs. And you know what? I would like to ask you, Mark, a favor. I deal a lot with the homeless people, and they actually live on the street, and the mayor throws them off the trains. And I was reading an article, by the way, Mark, 4,000 people they've gotten out of the trains. It's not 4,000 people. It's the same people. They keep going in there, and they don't want to live in your shelters. You know, in the New York City Housing Authority, which is supposed to be for low-income housing, they have 2,000 vacancies alone that I know of. Vacancies. Forget that they have people living in mold and rainwater. You just took in 1,500 homeless migrants, and we're putting them up in hotels for $36 million, one guy. Put them in these vacant apartments. Put them in the vacant apartments. We'd save $36 million just alone on 200 people. Just imagine how many we can put in off the streets instead of putting them in our neighborhood. So, Mark, you're a wonderful man, and I'm going to try to con you into doing something for one of my special needs programs or the homeless people. You go to, do you go to hospitals?
Yep.
Who calls you to the hospitals?
Different people. There's McKeemy. You ever heard of McKeemy?
McKeemy, yeah?
McKeemy, High Lifeline.
High Lifeline is wonderful. Wonderful. You know, they're for cancer patients. But a lot of these people are very, very not ill. I mean, do they laugh? Do they smile? I mean...
Yeah, it's actually... I don't like to talk about it, but they called me for a girl who was very sick in the hospital. And they told me she doesn't smile. She doesn't really react. Don't feel bad, you know, if she doesn't react to anything. So
you went just for the one girl?
Yeah, one girl.
Wow.
Yeah, so I went there Sunday morning, Manhattan.
Yeah.
So I went to do the show. It was an amazing show.
How long did you go for?
What?
You went for an hour?
It was like a half an hour.
For one person?
Yeah, so I did a lot of fast-paced tricks and illusions. And she was smiling and laughing. No. And they told me that she didn't smile in like 3 months. She did not put a smile on her face, and she put it, and I was able to put a smile on her face.
You're a good man. And you know what? This reminds me of a story. I drive for Bika Cholim. They make me take people one-way trips to the city or pick them up, or at nighttime when they leave, they get a special procedure, so they're stuck in their place for 3-4 hours. They need somebody to pick them up. There's a lot of people that have no families or single or older, and they need somebody to pick them up, so they use Bika Cholim, and I'm told to go either drive them or pick them up. I do one-way trips 2 or 3 times a week. And I just fell in love with this one lady. I mean, she was just, love in a good way. And she had cancer, and she used to tell me all the time about the chemo. And I was driving her, I don't know, maybe already about 14, 15 months, you know, and I sometimes she calls me directly instead of through Bika Cholim, come pick me up, Heshy. I don't want to call them, just can you come get me? And we've been doing it. And I just took her on her last trip. When was it? Yesterday was Tuesday. Yeah, Yesterday morning was our last trip, and she told me she made it to her granddaughter's wedding, and that she's cancer-free and she's in remission, and it was her last chemotherapy thing. So when you do something like that, whatever I've done in the soup kitchens, or people have hurt me, or I've had the bad days, this is what not only a Jew, a man like Mark, who's just, I'm in awe of you. I'm in awe of you because of the people you've made, Mr. Mayach, of the sick that you've helped. Mark, God bless you. And
Thank you so much for having me.
I loved having you on the show. Right when I spoke to you the first time, I felt you wanted to do a phone interview. We needed this. We needed this live. Guys,
this is great.
I'm going to bring him up one more time before we end the show. His name is Marc Garfinkel. Please put him up on the screen again. You can get him 516-312-1485, or you can email him at gside, the letter G, SIDESTEAL, at msn.com. What's your number? You tell them your number.
My number is 516-312-1485.
I see here you've done thousands of events.
Thousands.
And
you name it, I've done it.
And wow, you entertain people of all ages. Again, he's just incredible. You do have magical powers. I really believe it. I believe you are a God sent, and you were sent from God to entertain me and the people you've made help, and those and not wealthy persons, and that girl. God bless you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the show. Don't forget to go out and be prepared for my signatures. Borough Park, Flatbush, and Midwood. You can sign for me, but I'm sure you support. Are you a Republican or Democrat? That you're allowed to say.
Republican.
I love you. You are the man. I am a Republican now. It took me many years to get here. But you're a Republican. Okay, you're going to vote in your places. But I hope you support me mentally and in your mind, and spread the word.
I'll send the thoughts to everybody to vote for you. I'll hypnotize everybody.
Are you listening, everybody? He just
Don't forget to vote for Heshy.
That's right. Wow. You
know how I know you, Heshy?
Yeah.
You see, during COVID, all the parks were closed, and you had the guts to petition to open up the parks.
Not petition.
You did it. You cut the locks.
Yeah,
and everybody was just like lying down, like, okay, we'll do whatever you say. But you had we went out there, and you made sure the right thing had to be done.
Not everybody remembers that, and you know what I mean? And it's okay. Again, when we do things like you and me, we go out, we do it for the people, we do it because we're going to answer to God. And I know one thing, you're going to have a big stage in heaven, and I'm going to be at that front seat laughing all the way, sitting right next to Moshe Rabbeinu saying, you know, Moshe, he's actually splitting the sea, but I don't know if it's being split. Can you split the sea?
That's not my job. That's the real stuff.
Tune back in next Wednesday while we're finishing. We're going to give you an answer and a total of how many signatures we've collected. We start Tuesday. Anybody who wants to volunteer, call me at 718-288-7844, 718-288-7844, or email at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. We have petitions ready to go. Next Tuesday starts petitioning. Join my team. And we knock on your door. Please sign our petition. It's for Heshy Tishler. I thank you, everybody. Good night. Thank you so much. Thank you, producer. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much for having me.